What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris, as always with me,
Liam.
And today we are diving into Institute Season 1, Episode 7. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. If you're tuning back in, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and do so. It's a little click for you, greatly helps us. The best way to let us know that you enjoyed this video is with the like button. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, our channel is not about us being the experts. It's more of a break room conversation about what happened in the episode, character growth, where we see things going, some predictions. I have read the book, The Institute by Stephen King, so I do know how this story ends in the novel, but I also, just no spoilers, the book and the series are they're going different ways. And so I don't even know how this may end. And so very excited to see where it goes. This was another good episode, and so I'm excited to chat about it. So without further ado, we'll see you in the comments. We're gonna start talking.
Before we really get into it, I gotta ask, is Mo a military veteran, Maureen? Because she talked about like Afghanistan or something like that.
They may have made her one in the show.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That's not in the book that way.
No.
Okay, I wanted to get that out there.
Who Maureen is in the book and who she is in the show, I would say are not even the same person.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very different in the book.
Because I remember you said on one of the episodes that they gave like a whole huge chapter just for her or something like that.
Yeah, when you first get introduced to Avery, the arc in that is, it's called Avery and Maureen. And so you get like, I don't know, 6-7 chapters where you're in front half and you're really learning a lot about Maureen. Avery being a huge component of that because he's such a powerful telepath. But I don't want to do the full book to show. Yeah. We'll do that on a different one. But yeah, the motives, the way it goes down, the thumb drive and all that, that's book. That's in the book.
Okay.
But just like the motives that she goes about, the way things she does, how she kills herself, similar, but where very different. So like,
I didn't bring it up last episode when I should have, but I had a question. How the hell did she kill herself that way?
she hung herself.
Yeah, but watching again so that Barb could get caught up. So watch that one again right before we watch this one. And I was watching it, and because it second time going through, right, I pick up other things. And in that scene, there's nothing for her to step on.
It doesn't happen.
Or jump off.
In the book, the way she does it makes a lot more logical sense. Yeah, the way she does it in Sigsbee's office is specific for the series, and I agree. There's multiple times where I go, damn, that was some lazy writing. Like, lazy. We're just going to have to skip over that.
But it gave me a whole nother thought of Mo's death. Was she caught and it was staged? Because Sigsbee was so nonchalant about that.
No, that's just who Sigsbee is.
Okay.
She has no care for human life.
Yeah, we kind of see that, as long as it has nothing to do with their self-preservation. So let's get back into this episode. We're back with the chief. He's getting ready to watch the video, and then we see Maureen go ahead, and she has a hole cut in her schmuck or whatever it is, and she's got the cell phone behind her. She's recording everything. The disgust on Chief's face. As soon as he was so mortified and disgusted and so willing to help, I'm like, oh, something's gonna happen.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, once they see proof, irrefutable proof of what Luke's been telling them. Like, we've all been kidnapped. They're using us. We're prisoners. And then they get to see the Gorks, obviously basically brain dead children now being used as human batteries. And so to power the hum and make sure they can keep their... We did learn in this episode why the Institute exists and what they do. You do find that in the end of the book as well. You know, they really do have precogs who go years into the future and find these linchpin people who would create like a Hitler, right? And then they take him out before he becomes Hitler. Like, that's the purpose of the Institute. They really do that. Like, that's not them being crazy psychos. They really have people who go out and find them, and then they use these kids in such a way to kill them. It's very inhumane the way that they are operating.
It's very Minority Report.
But it is actually serving a greater purpose. It's not just a bunch of crazy doctors.
Is it though? Because how accurate are the precogs? She said that they saved the world like 500 times.
Since the 1940s, they've been diverting global catastrophes using the children. And they call it something different in the series. They call it like a keyhole event, right? That's different in the book. But the keyhole event, they've been using those in the series to basically sparkler nights to take out these targets.
Yeah.
Assassinations. And Sigsbee very openly, while talking with Tim and Wendy in the living room there, dining room, very openly admits, like, yeah, that's exactly what we do, but the reason why isn't what you think. And then that's when she explains
the hinge.
Yeah, at this point in the book, you're also talking to a very different person. You're not talking with Sigsbee anymore. And so it's like, I'm interested to see where they go with this.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about with that, but I didn't see the fucking lazy deputy, scared one all the time, being the spy, or the asset.
You wanted it to be Wendy. You burned so many times you wanted it to be Wendy.
I thought it was going to be Wendy. I really did. I didn't expect her to come through the way that she did. The other guy, yeah, I get he's very weak-willed, but it's like he felt bad, but at the same time didn't in the scene. I don't know if it was bad acting on his part or the way it was supposed to be written, but he's like, yeah, I knew the chief 20 years. What do you think I'd do to you? Like, okay, so you killed this man like nothing. That says a whole lot about you, dude.
Well, yeah, it does, 100%. And I guess, anytime you would be a sleeper, right? You're a sleeper agent at that point. Even though they're not technically agents, they're more of informants. He's still a sleeper. And so, his loyalty from the beginning has been the Institute. He's just been acting as if and operating as if he is the local town deputy because that's his cover.
But we don't know how long or when he was recruited.
20 years ago as a kid. He's lived in that town his whole life. He was born and raised there. And I'm pretty sure that at a very young age, they grabbed him up, and then by their instruction, and he enlisted into the police office, like the law office.
Didn't get all that. I feel like some of that was lacking, or maybe was that in the book too? Or...
Well, I'm just going small town. The way that the Institute operates is they don't necessarily like go out and find you and train you. They go for convenience, right? So if you already own the local hotel and you're already going to see every new face that comes in and out because they're most likely going to stay there, and we're going to enlist you, right? Then we're going to probably need somebody in the local law enforcement in case a kid does escape and ends up going there, and we're going to need a way to be able to contain this. So we put this guy here, right? So like all these different pieces. We need a reporter just in case someone wants to try and out our, basically blow the whistle on what we're doing here and out us. We need to be a way to stop that. So they're just putting in non-trained sleepers in like these little spots. So part of what he's doing is he's not trained to do what he's doing. And so he just killed a man for the first time, and he's losing his mind because one, he knows the guy. So the franticness that he's feeling, I think would be anybody in that situation, not necessarily bad acting, but like your mind would be so chaotic in that moment. You've just killed somebody that you've known for 20 years. You just killed somebody for the first time. Your ass is on the line if you can't detain and control the situation. And like you said, he's a little coward. He doesn't have the ability to do that. He doesn't have the command presence or so yeah. And obviously we see he fucks up. Tim gets out. Right.
Well, he fucks up because he starts to feel bad and because he has to see the body of the constant reminder, so he drags it out. They realize, because at this point they're already handcuffed to the bench, the two of them, Tim and Luke, but they watch him drag him out, and then they realize that the thumb drive is still in the pocket, but they never grab that before they leave. They get led on a wild goose chase after stopping at the convenience store where the man has like this pledge of, yeah, my life is yours. I'll do whatever you need. You allowed me to go home to my wife and kid.
Yeah.
Hides him in this secret little bunker thing in the gas station convenience store.
Yeah. It's like an old root cellar or something that was just like conveniently underneath the storage room.
I thought it was cool as shit.
No, yeah. I mean, it worked for the plot for sure.
Yeah. Then he tells them that they're on their way to
Portland.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're in Maine. I'm trying to remember if it's Portland. It's somewhere else in Maine. Like it's a major city in Maine that they're going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the convenience store guy that he saved his life said that they're going there and sends Sigsbee on a wild goose chase with the other people while they continue to go on with whatever they need to do. They realize that they don't have the thumb drive, and then we have to move forward. And eventually Sigsbee kind of realizes like, hey, something ain't right.
Yeah.
So maybe I should go back and we split up and we'll keep the town covered. So they end up going to Wendy's house and have to convince Wendy of what is going on. And she is very hesitant, but I think because, as you mentioned, she's falling in love with him, she's more willing to accept the crazy and wilder. It's just be chemical influence, right?
I think also Wendy's a very rational and logical person. Since you first met her, like she's not like going off on emotional whims, or she's very by the book. And so when she's brought evidence that this kid could be a suspect in a murder of his parents, but that there's also this missing drive and that the sheriff might be dead. She has all this information that she can't prove. And so she goes to a place of just like information gathering and diffusing the situation. Because even if like she doesn't fully trust that what he's saying is true, but she's also giving the benefit of the doubt all the way up to the point where like even lets Drew come into her house, even though, you know, he said Drew had shot the sheriff. She just wants answers, which ultimately too, I think is a driving force for why I don't think, yes, she's fallen in love with Tim, and, you know, if you're in love with somebody, you're obviously going to do more for that person. But I think also too, she wants the truth more than anything, and she's not going to just jump to a whim and, you know, like Drew does, because it's completely untrained.
Yes, and then there's this little standoff. Drew goes to draw on Tim. Tim shoots him down quick.
Well, Tim gets shot.
Yeah, he got hit.
Yeah, because Wendy, again, trying to dissolve the situation, Tim gets shot, and then I think Wendy like breaks his finger or does something, because she's not damsel in distress by any means. She immediately gets herself out of that situation, and then Tim puts a big old hole in his chest.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that's when Sigsbee realizes, oh shit, I probably should, you know, not move and listen, because he's got the shotgun like inches from her face, and just give me a reason.
Yep. And so they inform Sigsbee, and Sigsbee's like, well, if that's true, we're all dead.
At that point, she lets her guard down, and she's like,
we all fucked.
Yep. We're all on borrowed time at this point.
So she fills them in on all this information, and
well, in the scene previous to where before Sigsbee and Drew circle back, she's in the car letting us know, while she's letting the rest of the team know, like, you do realize the consequences of failing here. She sent something called a burn team, which eradicates their existence. Yeah. So Sigsbee already knows, like, fuck, if that drive really does exist and all of this really is happening, then we're dead anyway.
Yeah, they delete all their employee, their birth records.
Yeah,
like
as if it never existed.
Fucking wild.
And that's not even the government, that's a private organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, again, goes back to that whole thing of should be way more funded than it actually is. But keeps everything open for the whole Stackhouse thing, for selling them to make more money, I think, because they're obviously lacking in that department. But we also got that really cool scene with Avery. They need Avery to fill the spots. And we also learned some really interesting things. Like, once they put him straight into the Gork mode after having him lead the Sparkler night, they said that he could power the hum indefinitely.
Yeah. So they are operating on theory, as Hendricks said. Like, Avery, there's nothing in our textbooks that say that Avery can do what he does, right?
Whispers, secrets, stuff like rumors.
This is past anything that we know. And this is like, that's why he's so excited while he's also so like scared. This could be huge because they've never had someone with telepathy as strong as he does, and now telekinesis as strong as he does.
He fucking exploded the tank.
No one's ever been able to do that. It would take the entire building's worth of kids together trying to crack that, to like crack it, and Avery just shattered it by himself.
Yeah.
So again, they're like, we need to get this kid back there empowering it. But one thing that we saw that maybe kind of like glanced over because it was such an inconsequential thing in this episode, even though it's such a big thing in the greater part of the story.
Nikki talking Avery?
Avery can heal the Gorks.
Yeah, he did that for Shaw.
He can bring them back.
She had explained something that she went to hide mentally.
Yeah, she was purposefully hiding.
Yes.
Yes.
So is that what all the Gorks do? Is intentionally hide? Is it a side effect where they just go mentally deeper and deeper until they can't? Their own self-created prison?
Yeah. Iris, in a previous episode, refers to the headaches being so bad that you just want to escape. And so what I'm seeing happen as we play out more and more of back end and more of these movie nights and sparkler nights are happening and more people are getting gorked out, is that it seems to me that once you conduct, like, you have taken your mind to a level that, like, it's so painful to be there that it don't exist. Like, you pull yourself away from that.
I can relate to that from pain.
Right. This, for them, though, becomes like their entire existence now. Like, they no longer exist, because if they were to try to re-inhabit, come back, it would just be so painful. It wouldn't be something they want to do. That's the way that I'm perceiving it in the series right now.
So did Avery take away those headaches to allow her to come back?
Correct. He's healing her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I thought he was just able to reach that deeper level in her mind to tell her, hey, look, we're here now.
Yeah.
Come out.
He is, with Nikki's help, is able to reach her deeper into his mind. That is true. Like, Nikki and him together did that. So Avery is not
Weaker.
Well, he also just went through some crazy shit, so he needed a little help, even though he is really powerful. The one thing, too, I may be leading the horse here because I've read the book, and in the book I do know, like, like we understand what Avery is doing through Avery's perception when he's in Shaw's head, or he's in Iris's head, or he's in George's head. Like we know what he's doing. We can feel and see and sense that. Where in this, it's kind of like him just talking and then she pops out.
He also mentions about, I could take this whole place down.
Yes. He just needs to figure out how to put the pieces together.
Yes.
He needs Luke. He's powerful but not smart. Luke is smart but not necessarily as powerful.
Correct. Luke is still more powerful than most of the other people too, though.
Luke's precog. That's the only reason. He doesn't have more powerful telepathy or telekinesis than Avery. The thing that makes him more valuable, powerful, is that he is
a genius.
He's a genius, yes. But in the world of like abilities and powers, he is beginning to precog. And so he actually can see things before they happen, which sets him above and beyond anybody at the Institute. They put him in a completely different category now.
Okay. This has gotten pretty wild.
I really do hope they do a season 2. I know that obviously like the book will end at the end of season 1, but there's so much potential for what's here and what Stephen King has built inside of this particular universe that we could really do some cool stuff here. I think I would be very upset to know that we only did 1 season. I think the way they're adapting it, although I'm a big fan of the book, so I say that some of the stuff I wish they would have brought over, but the way they are adapting it is good, and the way that they're leveraging more of the kids' actual powers I think is cool. We'll do a full comparison book to show, and that way I can talk openly and freely about like what I do enjoy and what they did adapt well and all of that. But I don't want to do that till it's all over, just in case I end up spoiling something.
I know this is going to sound really dark, but it's the way my mind works. I love the fact that they described this as an actual machine. It's just a living, breathing machine. Well, it's a machine, but with living, breathing component to keep it operating. Yep. And it very much reminded me of the series and movie Snowpiercer, in the sense that they need these unfortunates to keep everything moving along the way it should be for the greater good. So many bad things have been done in the name of the greater good.
Or Silo, where they have everybody in the lower levels living like slaves.
Yep, same.
Whereas at top can live like kings.
Can't wait for the new season.
I know. So we have 1 more episode left in season 1 of The Institute. I'm really enjoying the adaptation so far. This episode, especially getting to see Avery go full powered out, is cool, and getting to see more of his ability. I really want to see what happens next episode. Is Sigsbee, like, what's going to happen with all of that? Because it's very interesting to me that we've deviated so far from the book. I kind of want to know where it goes now. I've always wanted to know, but now I'm real interested.
So how far is Sigsbee going to go in order to help Tim, Wendy, and stuff like that, do you think, just to keep her own ass alive?
I don't think she will.
No. She's too much of a true believer.
Yeah, I think she's company woman through and through. Yeah, she's going to do whatever she can to get herself back into the good graces of the people upstairs.
The other thing, how they talk in such corporate language around the decimation of children. Yep. Makes it so much worse.
Just another number on a page. And that's exactly, some of them, I would say the lesser of the evil ones look at it as just a number on the page. You got people in there like Tony who enjoy hurting those kids.
I hate him. So, I want to see him get his just desserts. And I hope it's...
Still got 1 more episode?
No, I hope it's Nikki that does it.
I mean, they've been battling it out.
Yes, I hope it's fucking Nikki that gets his just desserts.
Tony, and then the other one is Zeke, and then there's a female.
Yeah, she was kind of small, and she is still small, but she was a real bitch in terms of give me a cigarette now kind of thing.
No, not her.
Not her?
No, she's the doctor of back end. There's 2 doctors that work in back end. She's one of them.
She's just as evil.
Well, yeah, she works for the Institute. Again, we'll talk about the full comparisons, but there are 2 doctors that live and work only in the back end. And because they're constantly exposed to the hum and everything that's going on, they're fucking batty. Like, they're crazy. They are the definition of like mad scientists back there.
Okay, so you still think it's the hum that's making them turn evil, or
no? It eats away at them. It's not turning them. It's like, it would be like trying to live in a house where the alarm's going off 24/7, and you just got to try to be okay with that.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's a feeling they constantly have. Like, the hairs on their, like, it's like having goosebumps 24/7 and like having this vibration in your body that you can't get rid of. And then you have to adapt to that.
That's terrifying. That makes me think of like Chinese water torture. It's not the fact that a single drop of water is going to cause you damage. It's the repeated, constant nature of it over and over and over.
Yeah, and it's just the same thing, only with sound, basically, or like a vibration.
Yeah, and probably a bunch of emotional energy as well. So Oh, fuck. Can't wait for the last one.
Yeah. In the book, they're called Jekyll and Hyde, but they have different names in the series. The two doctors in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're doo. Yeah, so let us know what you thought of this by hitting the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do so. We'll see you guys down in the comments, and we have plenty of other videos for you guys to check out. We're currently reviewing Foundation Season 3, Institute, as you guys can see. We're going back through Handmaid's Tale on many of our subscribers' requests. So because we're going back through just the ones who really like it, or watching those ones. And then we're also doing Alien Earth, which, man, if you have not already watched the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth and you are into sci-fi, you are missing out. Go check it out, and then go watch our companion video of what we thought about that, and let us know what you thought in the comments below. So we'll see you on that next video. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.